Welcome and welcome back to A Life in Delusion. My name is Q. On this channel, we talk about self-development, leveling up, creating, and curating your dream life. So stay tuned if you're interested. We have a very, I feel like all of my videos are informative and essential, but that's just me. But stay tuned definitely if you're interested in that kind of content. Go ahead and like and subscribe to definitely keep the algorithm working in my favor. Turn your notifications on. I post videos every Sunday, 10 a.m. Eastern. So yeah, today's topic is titled Exposure Equals Growth. And by that, for me, in my experience, this is what this channel is about, me sharing my experience in the hopes that it will spark a seed or spark a light in somebody else. Exposure equals growth. I think taking in new ideas is the only way to really expand as a person. I feel like having new experiences really plants a seed for creating new opportunities for yourself and new ideas for yourself and what your life can be and how you create. I think it's important to be a student of life and always be open to learning new opportunities. And I feel like a lot of times our ego will get in the way because we don't want to look silly or look ignorant or uneducated in front of people because we don't know everything there is to know about something. I'm listening to this audiobook now, and there was this passage in there about, say for instance, somebody asked me, do I know how to play piano? And I say, well, I don't know. They were like, well, what do you mean you don't know? I say, I've never tried. It's that kind of mindset, not to rule something out because you don't know anything about it or you don't know how to do it. You don't know how to do anything. You know how to speak until somebody taught you how to speak. You know how to read until somebody taught you how to read. So just be open that you can learn anything you want if you apply yourself to it. And just really be of a growth mindset and thinking about how expansive you are and how expansive you want to be. And of course, I have to come through with some examples. So for instance, trying new cuisines. I know if you're in America, at least Chinese food is kind of the base Asian food. Not that Chinese food is basic, but it's just kind of the starting point for a lot of Americans as far as Asian food goes. And then you go to Japanese, and then maybe you go to Thai, and next thing you know, you're eating Laotian food and Burmese food and all kinds of things. So I think starting somewhere is the only place you can start, essentially. Another example is international travel. You may start in Mexico because that's right here. It's not that far to go. If something happens, I can just boom right back. And the next thing you know, you're in Colombia, and then you're in Venezuela, and then you're in Chile, and that next thing you know, you're in the Galapagos somewhere. So I think that the starting is the hardest part. The hardest, but the most important part is taking step one. When you're in motion. There's like a scientific equation I'm gonna have to think of, and I might put it on the screen. Things in motion stay in motion. So if you're not moving, you're not going to move. You have to make that conscious decision to take that first step, and from there, it tends to keep rolling. You know what I mean? Oh, definitely one of my most life-changing examples is working from home. Like, why ain't nobody told me nothing? Why ain't nobody told me nothing? One of my biggest gripes and complaints in life was the commute. I always felt like it was a scam and a waste of time. And once the pandemic hit, and I was working from home, I'm just like, wow. Like, I don't have to put on business and uniforms and that kind of stuff anymore. I don't have to spend my time and money commuting to go make money. Like, that just never made sense. I spoke pretty early on. Once I really got into the vibration of working from home, I was just like, I would just be unemployed before I go back to somebody's office, and I have been unemployed, but I haven't been back to an office. So I meant that when I said that. But yeah, being exposed to it, people have been working remotely for forever, since people started working, pretty much. And I would have never known if I hadn't been exposed to it. And my first remote job was definitely not anything I would have done long term, but it planted the seed for me to figure out, okay, what is the role I want to do long term working remotely. And you know, it all came to be in, you know, in due time. So I think if I had never been exposed to that, I would still been getting up mad early in the morning to an alarm going, you know, like it just, if I wouldn't have known, I would have never known. They said, when you know better, you do better. And here I am doing better, much better. But yeah, definitely just keeping that growth mindset, being open to new ideas, being open to meeting new people, going new places, seeing new things, learning new things, always seeking knowledge. I think that's, you know, scientifically, when you stop learning, you start dying. That's kind of the symptom of it. Like when people retire, their health starts declining. That's when dementia and Alzheimer's and all that kind of stuff starts cropping up, because they're not learning, they're not chasing after something anymore. They're not looking for a promotion, they're not looking to complete a project, they're not looking to complete a goal. And that's when you start to deteriorate. But yeah, I definitely advise everybody to keep that learning mindset. You can pretend to get started, I guess, but it's not even a pretend thing. It's reality. You are in the school of life. And I think if you look at it and frame it that way, to where every day you need to be expecting and seeking to learn something from someone, meet someone new, meet someone of a different culture. Like there are countries in the world that you don't even know exist because you don't know. You've never met someone from there. You never heard about it on the news, or you've never had that cuisine or heard the language. There's just so many things in the world that you don't know. And I think it's so important. It's so important to keep seeking that knowledge and the novelty of new information. I just feel like that's probably one of the most important keys to life, being successful in life and living a powerful and invigorating life. I think a lot of times people let life weigh them down, and it doesn't have to. It can be the other way. Life can really lift you up. Dang, that's inspirational as hell. But yeah, I mean that. I think life can lift you up. It's really your mindset and how you frame things and how you look at things and how you step out into the world is really all that really makes the most impact on how you live and how you feel day to day and how you go about your journey. So that was pretty quick, I think. Yeah, get out there and get exposed. Keep your clothes on, but get exposed. So yeah, I'm gonna wrap that up. Thank you for watching. Go ahead and subscribe. Again, I drop videos every Sunday, 10 a.m. Turn your notifications on if you wanna, be in the know and be first in line to see what new content we have here. Subscribe, please. If you feel compelled to, leave a comment. I'm open to any feedback. I have a new idea in the works as well, but we'll get to that when the time comes. But again, thank you for watching and spending some time with me today. I think that's it, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.